Greetings and salutations to you all once again. It is I, the Ravenous Spectre. And lo and behold, I'm back on camera once again. No longer am I doing the freaking cell phone thingamajiggy thing anymore where I have a really limited time limit because of the freaking space on my freaking phone because my phone's a piece of shit. Anyways, the fact of the matter is I'm actually on my fiance's computer because of the fact for some reason we have the exact same webcam and my webcam will not work on my computer. It says it's defective. I try to do all the different updates and all this other shit. Try to do everything I could. The only thing I know to do is to get in contact with the manufacturer and see what they got to tell me and then just go from there. But I've never had this problem before with that camera. So yeah, I'm just utilizing her camera, which is the same camera, and her computer and all that other stuff so that I can be able to do these videos. And y'all can see my lovely face once again. No, but in all honesty, it just makes it a hell of a lot easier now so I don't have to feel like I'm running my mouth off when I only have a certain set limited amount of time on my freaking phone before it cuts off on me. And if you've seen some of my previous videos, you'll know that that has happened, and it's annoying as shit. So anyways, the fact of the matter is, over the past week or so, I found some more great deals. Yes, once again, this is a pickups video, but the deals they just keep flowing, man. I'm a deal kind of guy. I like looking for sales. I like looking for deals. And lo and behold, that's exactly what's happened here once again. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get her done, if you will. The first one that we have here was $6. Got it at like a local kind of game shop deal. It's for Nintendo 64. It's called Extreme G, and this is the second one, actually, I believe. It's kind of like one of those F-Zero spin-offs, if you will, or F-Zero clone, if you want to call it that. I actually ended up demoing this a little bit and checked it all out. Really did like it, to be perfectly honest. And if you guys ended up looking at a previous video that I ended up making regarding Nintendo 64 cartridges, yeah, I was really skeptical about bothering with older cartridges anymore, but the fact is the guy there ended up putting it in his N64 in the shop. He tested it out. He blew it out, cleaned it out, all that other stuff. So it was working really well. So if I ever want to get any type of cartridge stuff, I really need to go to places that I knows how to handle them and can actually test them and all that stuff so I can see it for myself. But overall, I tested this myself, played it myself, really did like it. And hell, for $6, this was definitely a steal, without a shadow of a doubt. I just want to be able to find the first one, too. The speed in it is chaotic. And just to let you know, these pickups are probably going to be done in two separate vehicles. No, not vehicles. Videos. Messed up my words there. But yeah, this is going to be in two separate videos, as a matter of fact, because just, deals, just paying really cheap for really good stuff. But yeah, some of these were a little bit more than like really cheap, but regardless, they were still on sale. So the next one that we have here is the Ultimate NES Remix on the 3DS. Now, this was also released on the Wii U as well, I believe it was. It was either the Wii or the Wii U. It was the Wii U. Yeah, that was it. And they ended up going and releasing it on the 3DS. I don't know if they ended up adding anything else on here, but basically it's just a bunch of Nintendo games that you'll unlock throughout the course of the game, and there's a bunch of different challenges and things that you'll do to be able to unlock the other challenges within those games and so on and so forth. Really interesting, really unique, really cool. I really do like it. Didn't pay full price for this. I paid like 15 something, brand new, something like that, when the original price was 20. Used my GCU membership with Best Buy, which rest in peace GCU, because Best Buy's taking that away. So might be dead like near the end of next year or something. I think like the end of August of 2019, something like that. I don't really remember. But the fact is really interesting games. If you guys want to check out some unique little old school kind of games that are refreshed, I guess you can say, in a new and interesting way, definitely end up checking it out. The next thing that we have here is actually some video game soundtracks, and I ended up finding at a place called Second and Charles, and they have some really good deals on stuff. You could spend like hours at this freaking place. As many nerdy, awesome, geeky gamer stuff that they have there is insane. It's nuts. And ended up finding some gaming soundtracks there for like really cheap. I really can't remember what prices that I ended up paying for some of these, but they were cheap, trust me. And I made sure I ended up checking the discs before I ended up going and, obviously buying them. But the first one that we have here is Star Wars: The Old Republic. This is from the collector's edition, obviously, and it's so shiny. It's so pretty. Yeah, that was my doing. I kind of tore that off a little bit when I was taking the tape off of it. That's my fault. But the fact of the matter is, I haven't listened to this just yet, but I ended up making sure I was checking the discs on it and all that stuff, So the disc is in good condition. It just needs to be cleaned off a little bit. So looking forward to going and listening to this and checking it all out. And I guess it's when like the first one had first came out before they ended up releasing like the expansions and all that other stuff. The second one that we have here is from Time and Eternity. I have heard of this game. I've seen this game in action. I don't really know if it's a game that I would really want to play, but it's video game related music, and I love video game related music. So I don't really know what to expect out of this soundtrack just yet, but I'm gonna give it a listen and check it all out and see how it is and all that. How the hell do you open this thing? I want to see. Oh yeah, there we go. Really awesome anime, manga inspired artwork right there. And the thing is, though, is from what I know, this game actually plays out like you're playing a manga. A manga. Like you're playing an anime. Sorry, I got my words mixed up there. It's like you're actually playing an anime, I believe, if my thoughts are coming through properly here. But yeah, definitely some really cool stuff. If you guys happen to have listened to any of these soundtracks, which I'm obviously showing right now, let me know what you think of the music down below in the comment section. The next one that we have here is from Etrian Mr. From Etrian Mystery Dungeon, Sights and Sounds of Mystery. And this is one of those series which I know that I would never be able to get into because it's one of those dungeon crawling, first person kind of games, and you got to map out exactly where you're going to know what's what, and where's where, and all this other stuff. And it's hardcore and really challenging and all this other stuff. But regardless, I said, you know what? I don't really want to bother with that in terms of the gameplay. But in terms of the soundtrack, then yeah, I'll definitely end up checking it out. Really nice artwork, really beautiful stuff. And this is really weird. It's like it's a freaking paper kind of case thingamajiggy, and it's got a little plastic thingy in the middle that holds the disc there, which is just crazy. I'm just like, what the freaking piss is this crap? Why can't you just put it in a case? But yeah, they got some artwork in there too. A little bit of artwork from, I guess, the different classes within the game that you can get into your party, and little bit of other artwork there, which is really cool. The next one that we have here is Shin Megami Tensei, the Persona original soundtrack, and this is from the first game. The first game came out on PlayStation 1, and it's like really expensive now, so I've never really had a chance to play it, but I've seen it in action. This game was also re-released on the PSP, and this was when they ended up releasing this soundtrack. Was when the PSP came out, because I noticed it on the inside. I read it on the inside and all that. And so I was like, I want to get it either on the PS1 or the PSP. It's probably more updated, if you will, on the PSP. So probably want to end up giving it a shot on there if I could ever find it at a decent price. Because I haven't really experienced a whole lot out of the Persona series. So it'd be really cool to be able to go and dive in and check a little bit more out about the series than what I had previously. You know, like I played some of Digital Devil Saga, I played some of Nocturne, and and a little bits and pieces here and there. Some other ones like Persona 4 Golden, I have that one. Played a little bit of that one. Got Persona 5. I still need to finish that one. That one seems a little bit more streamlined for me, a little bit more easier to get into than the other ones were. But you never know. Until I really dive into the series and check it out more, I'm not really going to know if it really suits me, at least the later titles in the series. But yeah, the discs were actually in really, really good condition. We were listening to the first CD today, and good God, I hope the second CD isn't like this, but like most of the tracks on there were really short. I'm like, what the hell? And I mean, some of the music on here, especially on the first disc, is really good. I don't know how the second one is, but I'm hoping that actually some of the music is like the tracks are a hell of a lot longer than only, like a few seconds or something. I'm like, what the frick? So anyways, yeah, but the next thing that we have here is a demo disc, as a matter of fact, and it is from PlayStation Underground Jam Pack of summer 1999. And the fact is I found this brand new at a Goodwill, got it for like $2 and some cent. Yeah, it's a demo disc, but I loved demo discs back in the day. Like Official PlayStation Magazine, I loved it, man. I just, every single time a new one came out, I just wanted to get it for the demo disc. I would read the magazines and all that, but when it boils down to the demo disc, I was just like, yes, I want to get it. But this was like one of those special things that PlayStation was actually doing, where it was like you would get like 4 double disc issues out of a year for, I don't know how much it was. I can't really remember. But yeah, even though it was unopened from 1999, I was like, well, I got to open it. I got to play it. I got to test it out. I got to check it out. So yeah, definitely awesome to have that. When I found it, I was like, oh my gosh, it's just like nostalgia in my hand. Yeah, it's just a demo disc, but the fact is, man, I just, you know how I am. PlayStation is like my platform of choice, if you will. The next one that we have here is Kingdom Come Deliverance, and I was really, really skeptical about this because of like the 20-some gig patch that they have on day one, which is freaking ridiculous, of all the crap that they were patching out of it. But from what I've played so far, I've really been liking it. Ended up getting this on sale for like $34 at GameStop. Definitely an awesome game so far, so hopefully I can still stick with it. It's an open world action RPG, really strategic as well. really really cool and unique because it takes place in real history, like real medieval history, and it's open world, and you know you go take on different quests and different things that you'll do in the world will, I guess, affect the world. And some quests you can't even do because you're on like another quest. So you know it gives reason to go back and do different types of replayability and different conversations you'll have with characters and so on and so forth. So really glad to find that. Thought it was at a decent price, brand new, for like 34, 35, something like that. So I didn't pay like, you know, $60 for it, which I wouldn't have done that anyways. Probably would have done that if they didn't have that massive patch like they did, which just made me go, why the hell didn't you guys try to fix most of this crap before you even released it? But anyways, the next one that we're going on to here is Wipeout Omega Collection. Now, this is a really, really interesting game, really, really unique game because of the fact that this was probably one of the only kind of racing series that I could ever really get into on the original PlayStation. And this is actually an alternate cover, as a matter of fact. The original cover is right in here. Yeah, that's it right there. The original cover looks pretty cool, but with that PlayStation VR mode included, thingamajiggy on there, I'm just like, I don't want to see that on my damn cover. So I ended up switching it over to the well, if I can get the shitting thing back in here properly, to the alternate cover because I thought it looked really unique. But man, I tell you, they ended up going and really like remaking. Well, they remade the first one on here, and I think they remastered the other two because like one of them came out on PSP, the first one was on PS1, and the other one I think was on PSP or PS2 or PS1. I don't freaking know. But the fact is this thing is fast as hell. It's gorgeous. It's colorful. It's fun. It's awesome. Really unique, and I got this one as well with the GCU membership for like $15, so I really don't regret it. 3 awesome futuristic type of racing games in here. It's just like I said with Extreme G before. Really awesome, unique racing game. And I don't like realistic racing games. I don't like the realistic simulation stuff. You know, it's just, that's boring to me. But when it's something that's over the top and crazy and creative and interesting and stuff like this and has a real sci-fi feel to it, then yeah, I'm going to want to check it out. Like I also ended up getting Kinetica on PlayStation sale, as a matter of fact, this past week for like $4 or something like that, which is a PlayStation 2 game on PlayStation 4. And that's actually, I think that's actually like a pedestal to show what PlayStation 2 games should look like on PS4, because some of those PS2 games you get on PS4, they're just shitty-ass straight ports. It's just freaking lazy. I'm just like, put some effort into it. Make it look HD. Make it look smooth. Fix the crap. Make it actually people wanting to buy it again on PS4. Not just a freaking port that is an HD and it looks like shit on screen. And the only thing you did was just add in the PS4's features and trophies and all that stuff. That's not enough. You know, so, but anyways, we're on to the next one here. The next one we have here is South Park, The Fractured Butthole. And this, I actually got this at a really good deal. This is the Steelbook Gold Edition. And I got this thing brand new for $30 at Target. They had it on clearance, and it was the only one that they had there. And I have seen this thing on sale, like the original price, for like $80. And I was like, holy shit. And now the original price it said at Target was that it was $60. But I've seen it elsewhere for $80, and I ended up getting it for $30. And I don't regret it because it came with the first game, a download code that I gave to my fiance because she kind of watched South Park a good bit back in the day, you know, and kind of got out of it. But she and I know enough about it to be able to get into the games. And of course, they're like RPGs, and of course, I'm going to be into them. The first one was more turn-based, and this one is a little bit more like strategy-based, knowing that there's tiles and grids and things that you walk around. But yeah, and I always love steelbooks, and for some reason this ended up coming with and it also came. Oh, by the way, it also came with the season pass. So I got all the season pass stuff on there, except for one thing they haven't released just yet. And I think they're going to release like a Necromancer class. I know they're going to release another class on here for whatever the DLC is, and maybe some other story stuff on there. So I got the season pass with it. The first game, the second game, these really weird looking postcards, which is just some really. It's just strange that they end up putting postcards inside of here, you know, Captain Diabetes, and it's just, but they're postcards, you know. That's what they are. It's just really weird and unique kind of thing that you can put in there, and I really don't think I probably will ever be utilizing postcards because I just haven't utilized postcards in the past, and I can't get that in there right now. So we're not going to mess. We're not going to mess with that right now. We're just going to move that to the side and leave it at that. Yeah, and there's like it says a tally bonus content thingy, which honestly to me isn't really anything that's bonus from what I've seen so far. He just gives you kind of like hints and things, and you can turn him off if you want to during the game if he gets too annoying or anything for you. But yeah, good Lord Almighty, I'm almost on at 50 15 minutes. Good thing that I'm deciding to actually split this stack in half and do it in 2 different videos. But the last one that I have to show here is Shadows of the Dam for PlayStation 3. Really unique, interesting, crazy game from Suda51. Actually, as it says there on the front, a Suda51 trip. I had this game once before, and I don't know why I sold it. And then I had it one other time, and I sold it again, and I still don't know why. Because I had been wanting to go back to play this for the longest time now, because I went and saw more footage of it and checked it out and saw it at Goodwill for like $5. So I was like, hell yeah. I'm like, I'm definitely going to end up jumping on it then. And yeah, so definitely looking forward to going back to that. It's a really unique, weird, trippy kind of game. I can't even remember what it was all about, but there's like a, there's like sexual innuendos with like the main character's gun, because it looks like it's called the Boner, I think, or something like that. And I think you can upgrade it or something. And it's just like really dark and mysterious and freaky and weird. And, I guess like bloody and gory and things like that. But it's just nuts. Suda51 always makes some of the weirdest, strangest, unique, creative kind of games that you can think of. So yeah, definitely looking forward to going back and playing this again and actually getting farther into it than what I did previously. So yeah, anyways, that is all of the pickups for right now, and then I'll get into doing the second stack at some point. But I'm glad to be back on camera once again. I'm glad I don't have to worry about using my cell phone anymore or anything like that. And if you can see behind me, yeah, there's an N64 back there, and there's a a non-HD TV back there, just standard definition, whatever TV. We're kind of rearranging a few things around here. And so, yeah, if it's going to look kind of, trashy behind me or whatever, well, you know that we're just rearranging things. So anyways, I will go ahead and I will end this like I always do. Later, taters. Good to be back.